Yes. Welcome to the Powers Talk. Myself, 100 Eyes, with the EYES Talent Mafio.
Yeah.
And this week, we're going to be talking about freedoms and reparations, people. Last week, we attended the reparations protest in Brixton.
Yeah, Windrush Square, right?
Windrush Square and the one at Max Roach Park.
Yes.
There was two.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, reparations is definitely a must. But I feel like there's a couple issues we need to address before we do get reparations. For example, Talent, let's go back to the event that day. How did you find the event yourself? For me, I felt it was a little bit liberating. Not as much as I expected though. And I did find there was a disconnection between the youths and the elders. I don't know why that is at the moment. I can put my finger on a couple things, which we're gonna go into as the power talks keep rolling on. But there's definitely a disconnection, and there's definitely a lot of ego within that community as well.
Okay.
So when we're talking about reparations, my bro, I just want to put this question towards you. What is reparations? Who is responsible for paying reparations? And who do reparations go to? Because a lot of people have suffered from slavery, not just the melanated people suffer from slavery. Not just black Africans have suffered. And that's my point. Like, there is native Indians who are also melanated people that deserve reparations as well. So how do we gauge it? Who gets reparations first? And how do we use it to benefit us as a nation?
Boy, you asked me a few questions there. Where do I start, man? The reparations march. It would have been a march. What was it? Just a protest?
It was a protest. It was like a
This year we did a march.
It's
right?
awareness.
The year before we marched, I remember the year before was the first reparations march that I attended. This year was the second reparations. So
Yeah.
compared to the first, I could see a major decline in people and energy, first of all.
So why do you think?
There could be many factors, but I think one of them would be just during this whole COVID lockdown time, the energy from the first one was ripe, where everyone was just on crud in it, because everything was new, fresh. There was probably some clout chasers in there, but other than that, the energy was new and fresh, so people stood up. And this is always the case, the consistency. Okay, today you wake up and you say, no, I'm not going to stand for this.
Yeah.
What about next year? Would you have fallen off, gotten stronger? So I think people have fallen off. They don't have the stamina to keep in this thing. And it has to go down to the organisation, the organisers, the people who make this thing happen. I don't know whether they've got the reach, enough reach.
There's definitely a lack of marketing. I'll say
That's what I'm saying. The
100%.
organisers promoting, marketing, the reach. I don't know if they just, they've got their normal 5 stables and that's who they contact.
Yeah, but
it needs to develop every year.
that's why I mentioned at the beginning of the disconnection.
Yes.
Because if you're really in tune with the frequencies of the times,
Yeah.
you know the youths are the ones that are going to market that for you properly.
Facts. So
especially
even
on the social media
Sorry, go
side.
on.
By the time I didn't really see the presence of social media. It's only because I'm a conscious you and I'm aware of these things. So I mark it in my head to make it my priority to attend and bring an awareness to it.
Facts.
So yeah, man, we definitely need to sort that. Go on.
Yeah, so like even before we get into the actual disconnect, because that's a big topic in itself, right?
Jesus Christ.
The protest itself now, yeah, the energy was flatter than the year before, but it's always good to see any amount of people out. Do you know what I'm saying? Just to know, okay, at least there's some people out there who are active. I feel, before we get into the disconnect, I just want to talk about the organisation real quick. I feel like if you, for example, myself, I'm new to this protest stuff. Bit of back history. I always felt protests, well, not always felt, I used to think protests were irrelevant, like they don't do anything, right? Only because I feel, okay, you make the noise and everyone goes home. Now, there's going to be individuals who then take that protest to their actual lifestyles and actually try, affect the system or disrupt the system or whatnot. But the actual protest on that day when you're blocking off the roads, chanting and all of that, I feel like it needs more than that.
Yeah, can I add to that quickly?
Yeah.
It's people got to get into their heads. Like, a protest is not just one day,
That's what I'm saying.
Have you seen China? They've been protesting all year, blood.
Wait, Hong Kong?
Hong Kong.
When they shut down everything,
bro,
the students,
they're
all
moving on point.
Yeah.
I saw them 9 weeks strong for 1 point.
Yeah.
And they patterned up properly when it comes to protests. They're ready for riot gear. They got their own self-made home kits.
Yeah, the front line did a specific thing. The back line did a specific
they're
thing.
using trash cans as shields.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing though?
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. So
they're using cones to snuff out the smoke grenades and water.
Put it right on, boom.
Like, it's organised, bro. We're not organised.
That's what I'm saying.
And did you know the UN is calling on states to stop denying and start dismantling racism? The UN, the UN also called out a country specifically. They called out Belgium for their extremely racist past and asked them to apologise. But when it comes to reparations and stuff, why is Belgium and certain countries never mentioned? It's like they go under the radar. But when you deep it, you got King Leopold, who done one of the most dirtiest atrocities in Congo of all time.
Yeah.
And it's like, that just gets swept under the carpet.
Even with that, it's like, that's one name. There's many other little kings and empires who done maybe not as much crud as him, but enough and a lot. So all of it together amounts to. I don't know what's going on with all these. Oh yeah, Germany's returning artifacts. This place returning artifacts.
I see that.
I don't know what it is going on behind the scenes. Maybe we are winning some battles, but we all know the major battle. They can't afford to give it up. They really can't.
You're forgetting though, this system that we're gonna call it Babylon, because it is that. Like, this system, one of the pillars is to divide and conquer. Yeah. So how are they gonna lose a pillar like that? Do you know what I'm saying? And I hear a little black people, you gotta overstand this. Yeah, I hear a lot of people saying the system's broken. The system's not broken, bro. No, the system fits perfectly for who it's supposed to fit for.
That's right.
So when you're calling something broken and it's not broken, you're giving the wrong terminology already, and you're looking at it wrong. Because it's not broken. It's fine. Yeah. It's just not for you. Yeah. Just remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, just to finish the point I was making earlier about myself attending, and I'm kind of new to the marching protest scene, right? I personally didn't know what was going on. Where I knew the first bit when we went to Max Roach Park. Yep. I could see it was about I guess giving back to like Windrush, the people who got brought over here with incentives and never got those incentives, and now even getting shipped back, which is crazy, right?
Beyond crazy.
But then when you go and meet the other faction, and we head to Brixton, and then we meet all the other I guess organizations, it's like you don't know who's who. You don't know. I mean, everyone's there saying reparations, but you don't know actually their morals, what they stand for, where to find them. Like, I feel like there needs to be one uniformed,
one order.
Even if it is you've got your different organizations, at least you're in unison, where I can go and see one program and say, oh, that store there is this name, they're from this, that store's this, is that. So as a newcomer, you come, you get one program, you see everyone who's here, even at the stores, it's clear, right? And then second behind that, when you go, like, you go to a stage show or a live event or something, you need a mic, an MC, a mic controller, a host. I feel like someone needs to kind of control
and
it,
lead.
Lead and uniform everything. So, but I think people know what's going on, rather than this stand is playing music, that stand is playing music, and it's all just clashing.
That's what I said in one order. But I think they run with no heads to the table. That's how they look like they're running. But I feel like for us as a nation of people, for us to get reparations, I think we have to be one order.
You have to be,
and we have to all think the same.
It's too much.
It's too much.
And then you're sharing the pot, £1,000 here, £300 there. Like,
how are you gonna get to level 3 when you ain't even done level 1?
You see what I'm saying?
Level 1 is you got to sort out the first people that suffered, like madly.
Relate that to like a household. You can't buy the white goods while also painting and decorating, while also buying your car and also paying your phone bill. See? It's too much. Too
much energy.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a domino effect, right?
Then we go back to one order.
One order.
One order.
And then it goes back to what you said about the egos and statuses, and then everyone wanted to be that leader. And I think that's what goes on to a lot of people have that ego where, why is he leading? Why does he control the money?
So, can I say something else? And I feel like even to hear the UN calls for reparations, it's like, are you crazy? Where is the black body to call for reparations? Huh? Where is that? Nothing's ever given by us patiently waiting. Nothing changes like that. You really have to grab it with two hands, and twist it and hold that, because this is what it is. I feel like you people are scared to grab it, man. You're scared to grab it, man.
Everyone's comfortable.
You're scared to grab it,
and
man.
they don't want to disrupt their comfortability, disrupt their bills. I mean, I'm part in that, and I've been growing to kind of fight that. Like, you think, right now, if I just plug out the system, like, where am I going to live? How can I pay my next bill? That is a big effect. So, like, common sense would be set up for that. So before you just jump off, start preparing for it. Like, whether you're stacking, building your little greenhouses, where you're going to just prepare. It might take a year or whatnot, but consistent, and that actually think about the details and then execute the plan. So no one's saying just jump off, plug out the system. Do it smartly, of course. But a lot of people are comfortable, me, myself included, so it's a big burden to kind of plug out because you rely on it so much.
I hear that.
Do you see what I'm saying? But then people who woke 10 years ago and they've been preparing for this. So salute them. And they're the ones who need to be kind of like the front line of these organizations, of the protesting, marching, because you're going to learn from them and they will be able to implement stuff we don't know. So, yeah, that then leads into the disconnect. Because I don't know who those people are. I went to the reparations with yourself. I couldn't see who I can go to
and talk
and gain some seeds of knowledge, and even, all right, I'm gonna follow you and go here, there. No one introduced themselves. As people were coming over with lists, taking, what's your email? What's this? But they never
connected really.
They never connected.
We just felt like they was trying to build up their subscribers. Yeah,
but it was all just for a subscribe list, just to hit a certain target. You know what I'm saying? No one.
You know how bad it is. I remember I said to a woman, "Oh, by the way, my name's 100 and this is Talent."
She had a good 5-minute speech, gave us the clipboard, and then you said, "Oh, by the way, my name's 100 and this is Talent."
Yeah.
And she didn't even hear, "Oh, nice to meet you." She didn't say nothing, just quiet. Then you said it again.
I know.
You said it second time. Yeah, this is Talent, I'm 100.
Yeah.
And she just like, "Well, thank you," and walked off type of thing.
Yeah, I know.
And we were like,
"Rotted."
So you didn't leave with a positive. I left with a negative way. I don't even care what you're doing now.
100%.
And it's like,
is that what you're doing? You're going around just collecting numbers. I could have given you a fake number. You didn't connect with me. So you just, what did you achieve that day then? You just got a bag of fake numbers.
And that was in the first 2 to 5 minutes of us entering.
I know.
So straight away, you're not invested to hear him out and chill. It's like, okay.
But I'm not going to bash us all the time as well. Because at the same time, it is.
At least they're doing something.
Yeah, it is a learning process. So the positive of that was people did come out. And the people do care about it. I just feel like people need direction and an order of things, how things work.
Fair.
And what we're tackling first. Because I don't think people even know what we're tackling first. We don't. What are you tackling? And who's getting this reparations, for one? And where's it going?
Yeah.
And who's the leader of the reparations march? Who? Yeah. What's going on?
And again, maybe there were places you can donate. I didn't see a donate bucket or people coming round with like, this is where it's going to go to, and you're helping us do this. It was just, do you know what it looked like? Not even to be rude, and again, we're trying to not be negative, but we have to point that out so we can learn from it and actually close them gaps.
I wouldn't say it's being negative. It's a learning curve.
It just looked like a street party. Yeah, cool, there were posters and banners of learnings and messages, but it was just drums playing. I'll tell a lie, there were people who then took the microphone and said their bits. You see what I'm saying? They were strong and powerful.
I heard it.
Again, if that's going to be that's a concert or whatnot, just need that direction, that controller. That's all I'm going to say on that.
No, I hear that, my bro. I hear that as well. But the truth is as well, it's like, if I was running the reparations, I will definitely involve the 20s to 30s more and bring them on. And I'll tell you how I'll do that. I'll do that by making it relate to them a bit more. For example, I'm going to tell you something, how I felt when I saw this. When I saw the van turn up, I thought, this van is dusty, blood. You need a new school van with new school speakers, at least to attract the masses and portray your image correctly. Like, you want to strive and progress, bro. I'm not saying it's a material thing, but you don't know how it goes, bro. Man need to attract. Like, I'm not a materialistic person. So for me to even say that, it's a point. Do you get what I'm saying, brother? Because I don't care about that. But I noticed it. I noticed the red van. Definitely. I noticed the red faded paintwork on the van. Definitely. You don't know that. You get me?
I feel you. And that's another thing, right? We're not materialistic people, but presentation is key, man.
100%, man.
Like, presentation is key. Like, if someone comes talking to you and they just look like they don't take care of themselves,
you can feel they don't care as well.
It makes you just be like, why should I even invest in you again? You don't even take care of yourself. And not to say, no one's saying wear designer, just look, just be fresh, clean, modern, and presentable. You see what I'm saying? Because that you represent what your network is.
And it's like, it's also, where are reparations is kind of a myth. I'm gonna be real, bro. That's a long way in order. For us to even get there, we have to really do what we're doing now. We have to build now. Where are the black entrepreneurs hiring black people? Where are they? Why don't you put yourselves out there?
And then they should have been there recruiting, because they know that's where the righteous people
do you feel
come around and say, look, I own this business. I need people who are like you, willing to come out, working for man or working with man.
But for them to come out, bro, I'm gonna be real. We have to get out of this crab in a bucket mentality.
Definitely. Completely,
bro. Because why would someone that's worked hard want to risk their business? Do you know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of black people. So you can be cool amongst black people. When you don't know the people ain't patterned up properly anyway. They ain't gonna think like you. Do you know what I'm saying, brother? They're not gonna rate the thing like you.
And even us talking now, I think it's bigger than black people.
Bruv, the word, I don't even like the word black, bro.
Do you see what I'm
saying?
saying?
When you deep it, bro.
It's oppressed.
No, it's the word, the word is oppressed already. The black. Because one, in man's homeland, we don't even use the word black. We're using tribes.
Yeah.
And nations of people. So where did this word black come from? It's a European term.
And it excludes so many people. Like we said, we just mentioned now, there were some white people who were also oppressed, right?
Yeah.
Reparation just means payback. And obviously reparation means something's happened to me, so compensate me.
But you know what it is? It's proven that it's your bloodline that it affected.
No, of course. There has to be, you can't just say, oh, I'm black, pay me out. It's not like that. Of course. So we're not even talking about the logistics of it now. I'm just saying the first line that people see is, it's for black people, power to the black people, pay them back for slavery.
Yeah.
First of all, there'd been many slave trades. I know two of, definitely.
100%.
The Asian, the Arabic slave trade, and then the Western European slave trade. I know them off. There's probably more.
Yeah, but that's because you've been told that.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, brother.
But then there's also
in this new world.
There were Jewish slaves. There were Irish slaves. There's all these people. There's pockets of people who've been affected. So, like you said before, of course, there's going to be priority list. The ego has to go, and why are they first? It has to make sense, first of all. Yeah. But it's going to take the leaders to make it make sense, right? After that, we all need to, like, the crab in the bucket mentality. It is rife in the black community, but it's rife in the world. Oh, blacks, no Jews, no this, no that. So it's like, first of all, we need to get the colour out of this.
Definitely.
Because I even made a comment on socials where I said, all this vaccine stuff, there's going to be racists fighting against the vaccine.
Bro, I went to a march in March. Funny that. Yeah. I went to a march in March, and I actually saw racist people there. This was for the anti-vaccine. Yeah. I saw racist people there, blatantly racist.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel racist that day because everyone come together for a common cause.
Common cause, and that's what I'm saying. Racists are stupid in general.
Yeah, man. Ignorant.
But this just shows even more like, okay, I don't like your skin color, but I agree with you. We shouldn't be vaccinated. Yeah, let's go fight them.
Yeah.
It's like, are you mentally ill? Like, racism has to be a mental illness. But anyway, that's what I mean by take color out of this. So yeah, black people need to remove that. People who have common thought processes, I don't know, common views.
Yeah.
Like, at this reparations march, there were a lot of white people there.
I saw. I didn't see a lot. I saw a few.
It's a lot. I'm not, don't compare it to the black people you saw.
Bro, I'm saying
in general.
I saw them with Extinction Rebellion, bro. I didn't see them there for man's thing, bro. If I'm being real, bro.
This is what I'm saying, but not to say they could be agents, all of that. I'm just going on. They're out there for good faith, yeah. Because I don't know their lives. They're out there for good faith. Let's just give them that for now. At least they're there to fight the system. Do you see what I'm saying? Or disrupt the system. So everyone here today, we're here to disrupt the system. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a common ground.
Facts. I like that. Find the common ground.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's not get into, oh yeah, but I'm from Ireland, so they moved us, and then, I'm from Africa, they did. The system.
Yeah.
First of all, we don't like that they can force us to do anything. Do you get my point? And it's in the laws, they're just twisting it now, whereas, oh yeah, we can't force you to get the vaccine, but we can force companies to say, if you want to work here, you can get the vaccine. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? They're trying to play them tricks of wordings and going around loopholes and laws and that, right? So that's what I mean. Let's fight that system first. They can't do that. There's so many layers to it. But to get to reparations, we need that uniform and one point of view of attacking. I get that, then we pierce through that, then get that, then pierce through that. And it's going to take years.
We need a clear definition on everything.
Clear.
For example,
Clarity.
I'm going to give you an example. Babylon.
Yeah.
What is Babylon? What is it? I hear everyone say, Babylon. But listen, Babylon is not a place, bro. Babylon is a system.
Yeah.
Like you keep talking about the system. They call the system Babylon. It's a global order.
Yes.
Yeah? And I'll say that, just look at the police. Yeah? Same uniform all over the world.
Yep.
When you deep it.
Yep.
And to be fair, I'm going to give you something. It's not even police, it's police. Like, if you know English, it's police. I don't even know how we even learned the word police when it's not even there. So another thing is, even the army is Babylon. When you see it, same system, trained similar, rankings. And on top of that, this was imposed on us. We didn't ask for it. So we got to recognise what Babylon is. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was watching something with about Buju, you know Buju Banton? He said something about choices and free will. Yeah. Free will is, for example, out of your own mind, you picked it. Yeah. And choices is, what would you like, red or blue? Yeah. We need to it's a one order thinking of everything. Yeah. We need to switch it up. Even so, from that, I think we got to start from foundation level. We got to build our own schools, mate. But I mean our own schools, I'm going to be real, yeah. This is not a black and white thing, bro. This is a mentality thing. Yeah. So when you say build our own schools, I'm not saying build a school just for black people.
The principles you stand on.
Because I'll tell you something. Moses and Pharaoh were both black, bro. Never forget that. So it's not a colour thing. It's a mentality thing. Yeah. I think people got to recognise that more than anything. It's a mentality thing. If I ask you what colour were Yeshua and you tell me he's white, I already know we're not on the same mentality. Yeah. But if you're a white boy that tells me Yeshua is black, I can dig it. I can get down with you, bro. Yeah. Because you've recognised and you accepted the truth. Because the truth is straight, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a one order thinking. We need to get our own schools.
Definitely. Just like there's Catholic schools, Muslim schools, Jewish schools, all of that. For a reason. Like, they're controlled, but why can't we have there's going to be independent schools out there, but we all know the ones which would get shut down.
What do you want to highlight on that? The disconnection between the elders and the youths at the reparations.
First of all, there needs to be some sort of outreach, man.
Yeah, man.
There's such a lack of outreach. I don't think just posting flyers and memes and stuff is enough. I think,
bro, it's a yearly job, bro.
But same way they've got carnival yearly and all these things, it needs to be an event,
especially for people that are wanting reparations.
If all them people can come out to carnival,
bro,
we should have the same amount.
What happened? Me and you, we're Africans, right? Boom. Well, I'm from Tribal Druida, you know what I'm saying? But you see us, we are African soul people, right? We was walking towards the reparations. We see Caribbean youths driving past us, and they're not even thinking to come and join us at the reparations. Yeah. I'm just thinking, this is for you, dog. This is for you and us. Again, this should be a national holiday for us.
They could be in the same mentality I was in of, I was protesting doing it for. Hence why you need the outreach and the information and then the execution. What we're going to do behind it.
And one order.
One order.
From early.
and
At the
people
schools.
respect who it is giving that one order. So people can be like, yeah, I know him, or I respect what he's doing. So they feel more comfortable putting themselves into that. Do you see what I'm saying? When they don't know who's involved, what they stand for, anything like that, they're just like, what am I going there for? It's unknown, isn't it? So, but yeah, I mean, not to play into like entertainment, but it needs to also be entertaining. It has to be. And yeah, it needs to tap into what the youths are interested in. It has to be that. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying start performing drill music or anything like that, but
no, you're right.
They need some engagement. And when I say youths,
you're right.
This goes across. I'll class myself as part of that youth. When I looked across and tried to see
young men,
people who were young adults, the only ones I could notice were like, not to be rude, but like churchgoers and stuff like that. It's like, where's the common person? Yeah. Like, why do they feel it's not their fight? Yeah. Or it's an event. For example, the common person who go to a carnival, it's music and girls, but it needs to become an event where you're getting entertained and you're also learning.
Edutainment.
They need to be edutained.
But that's what we do. We edutain out here. This is what Powers for Breakfast is. We edutain. So
not just to be talkers, we need to also become the people who bridge that gap. And make those connections and make the awareness, right? Because again, I enjoyed being there because I knew it's somewhat like-minded people. Of course, everyone goes home and does whatever they do behind closed doors, but at least we've got something that we are aligned with, and that cause there, if we can, build the fire, put more logs in there, which is the people, that fire is going to get bigger.
Yeah, but reparations is definitely a must, though. But it's the fact of to who first. And execution. You have to execute one reparations first before we talk about it for everyone. Let's be real. If we can't execute one, forget it, man.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. Like, let me just put myself in the government's shoes, right? Let's say, we need to go on.
Who's paying reparations? Because
that's what I'm trying to say.
A lot of countries contribute towards it.
So she was saying Germany giving back this, giving back that.
Yes, but from time they can create the EU and stuff, it can be done, bro.
That's what I'm trying to get to. So
don't let these people fool you.
Let's just say now this G20 they have, when all the 20 powerful countries come together, the leaders and all of that, and they say, okay, we have to give reparations back, yeah? Yeah. It has to be systematic where it's consistent, not just, here's one payout, leave us alone. So
leave you alone.
Some things needs to be like, for example, this goes back to who the leaders are of these reparations movement, protesting, because I'll give an example, right? And I don't want to go into the type of person he is or anything like that. Just, how Dr. Uma's trying to build his own school. Yeah. Now, if you've got people who have those, not resources, but that platform, that infrastructure to do schools, they need to be able to allow them people, give them the grants, give them this to do their own schools and be independent outright, right? But also give them the funding to keep building it up, not use your own money, right? Same way they can give out payments for coronavirus and payments for this, payments for that, and keep on boosting up their economy. It needs to be that type of system. So we've got support, but again, these are the same people who are holding us down, so we can't expect that from them. That's why we are where we are. But yeah, it needs to be something that's structured, and then the leaders can then give the platform to people. I'm
gonna keep going back to one order.
Yep.
There needs to be a recognition from all melanated people that we have took a big L in even in the terms of conscious awareness. Yeah. Like, people call themselves Afrikaans, but if you know what the first Afrikaan was, you wouldn't be calling yourself Afrikaan.
And who gave that name?
Do you get what I'm saying? Afrikaan was Afrikanus. It was a Belgian explorer. Yeah, and it's so simple, bruv. Yeah. It's a simple equation. For example, he comes to a place and he says, this is called Africa. The people there are saying, nah, brother, this is Akobalan. What are you talking about? But it don't matter, because he's going to go back home to his books. Africa. Exactly. And they printed out mass to the world.
And then when they then come and put their little infrastructures in, they can just rebrand.
To the fact that we're calling ourselves Afrikaans now.
Fact.
But don't ever forget, the South African white people call themselves Afrikaans, So they are Afrikaans, That's what I'm saying. One order. We need to recognize that, because I don't think we recognize it. Everyone's fighting for different things out here. Yeah. Even like, I know this we're going off topic a little bit, yeah, but even like, Bro, I'm gonna tell you my thoughts of reparations or what I think about it. It's deep. I believe, once the unjust have been given justice, the world will change. And I do know in the last 2 years, reparations has been causing fire in certain people's mouths. Like, it's been running through the House of Parliament, running through the EU, running through a lot of places that it wasn't running through before. So I know it sounds a bit far-fetched, but I think anything's possible. I believe, bruv, this whole last 2 years, I won't say it's because of reparations, but it's definitely linked. When man have to pay out, a lot of excuses come with it, bruv. A lot of excuses come. Because look, it's still ringing bells, but it's ringing in the sense where, I just told you, Belgium's getting called out now. The UN is speaking about it.
They're coming for the Queen's head. That crown on your head top. Give me that.
You see? Do you guys say it?
Throw everything in front of it.
And listen, bruv, once the unjust gets justice, the world will start to balance
because the
itself
energy
out.
will feel like, okay, cool, yeah, we're happy with
Thank
it.
you. Hence why I said the Native Americans need to get dealt with first. Forget us, because they have suffered bad.
Yeah.
Like mass graves,
You
bro.
It's crazy.
Bruv, they're talking about it.
Them man was scalping them for
Differently.
Trophies. Like, and then they come and said, this is our land, it's called America. But no, we've already been here. Even to the point, going back to how they say the slave trade, they brought over these millions and millions. You know, when they say, where are these slave boats then? Like, how many, for you to bring those millions, there must have been millions of boats. Where are they? All this stuff. The people were already there.
Yeah, people were already there.
They're already there.
Definitely.
Then the Europeans came.
Yeah, but listen.
And the Arabs came.
When they captured them,
Spanish, everything.
a lot of the natives were escaping.
Yeah.
And they were going to nearby towns.
Yeah.
So they couldn't really identify who the slaves were and who wasn't.
Who was what.
So they had to get the Negroes.
Yeah.
To like, it's clear as day. All right, well, they're the slaves now.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, it's still, look, people ain't thinking one order.
Not one order.
One order. If you die if you die to live, then you have the right to live, bruv. You best believe that. When I don't see people dying to live, bruv, man, humble yourself then. Take your punishment. Take what you deserve. Because living, you have to live to die, bro. So you gotta die for what you want to live for. It sounds crazy, but it is the only way to really live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also, I'm gonna talk about reparations in the sense of job opportunities. Like, we need to, that's what I was talking about, the black, I'm gonna stop using the word black, the melanated entrepreneurs need to come so they can start balancing things out. Not the coons, not the people that are getting paid to push false agendas. We need the real black entrepreneurs. And you don't have to be millionaires. You could just be a small business owner. Come, group a couple people, teach them something. Teach them how to grow a business. Teach them how to manage their finances. Teach them how to manage a business. Teach them discipline. Like, it's a hard work.
Just
but
work experience. The next 3 months, come to my little shop, do this for me. After that, I'll find you a position.
And I'll tell you something, I'm self-employed right now, I will say I'm on entrepreneurship. That's because I have suffered racism, blood. And I don't want to put myself back in them positions again. So I have to be like that. All right, special guest on the way. Special guest is here. But yeah, man, we need that. I'll talk to you about something, Khalid. You know about George Floyd?
No, what about it?
Okay, cool. You know he died, blah. But is he what he represents, bro? All I'm saying, bro, when he died, reparations was popping, dog.
And then he took that energy.
And yeah, he took that energy. And this is where the hijacks came through the Black Lives Matter movement. All I'm saying, 1 + 1 = 2, bruv.
Yeah,
like,
Black Lives came and covered that all.
But hear what I'm saying. For the last 2 years, reparations started making a noise. It started becoming a whirlpool.
Statues coming down.
It started vibing. Then George Floyd happened. Then before you know it, the Black Lives Matter moves got hijacked. Like, I mean hijacked.
Yeah, like, where is it now?
Where is it now? So Babylon do love to hijack revolutions.
The energy.
Do you get what I'm saying to you? Anything that involves liberation, Babylon will hijack it. They will hire false actors we call them crisis actors.
Yep.
They'll create false narratives.
False messiahs.
And false messiahs, bro.
You get me?
Like, it's that true.
Here's your messiah pushing forward, and another one. Yeah, he's black lives.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, man. But all I'm saying, next year reparations, you best believe we're getting involved, man. We're getting involved, bro.
Has to be different, man.
We're getting involved. I'm not saying we have all the answers, but we have a right heart to push it in the right direction. Mm-hmm. And like I say all the time, I don't even want no clout. I want no rewards for it.
Nah.
Because I understand.
I would enjoy seeing the actual
bruv.
development.
I understand the benefits of it long term.
Facts.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So yeah, man, reparations is a must, but we got to decide who's going to first and how we're going to distribute the money or the gold or whatever you count as reparations evenly.
They just need a complete rebrand.
And we need to learn to move in silence.
Mm-hmm. Not everything is for image.
Man are too loud out here.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Way too loud. Way too loud. We need to move in silence. Anyway, sorry, I had to mention George Floyd because it comes back to my point of reparations is definitely a must, and it was making a headway. Then coronavirus came. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's because of reparations, but me knowing the certain systems, I don't put it past them.
Just to throw something on the wall and see if it sticks, right?
Go on, talk to me. Wait, sorry, let me add something. Did you know? You'll laugh at this. Did you know George Floyd's memorial was struck by lightning?
God damn.
And brought down.
God damn. So they used their little energy weapon.
Or is that Most High saying?
Or is that Most High saying, nah,
yo,
that's tarnished.
Yeah, you're messing around, you're messing around my name, you're messing around my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I'm saying, the reparations was in full swing. Then George Floyd happened, and George Floyd memorial got struck down by lightning. This is all facts, you can look it up.
And I think a lot of things was coming to the boiling point.
It was, bro.
Especially with the whole Trump thing, the cover-ups, Hillary's emails, all this Pizzagate stuff, all that pedophilic ring. Like, I don't want to go that way, but I'm saying everything where the energy was boiling up to. You know what? This system is dirt. And also, we haven't had justice from this, that, and they're still continuing with all of this. I mean, at some point, that they're trying to call it the Great Reset and all of that. I think wiping the information is part of that. There's more than just one, but that could be the biggest one, like you said. I think reparations in general is giving back.
I think so.
Like,
trust me,
that will crumble them. The thing is, once you do one, for example, Germany and all of this, it's like, how come you guys are not doing anything? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, how come you guys are doing anything? Like, one or two people, you can't. For example, if you say, we don't tolerate bullying, and that person who got bullied, we're going to give him, say he got bullied because he had no clothes or whatnot. All right, we're going to give him free clothing for this long. Like, cool, he's going to be funded, right? Yeah. You can't then look at, so that's bullying in the UK. Yeah. You can't then look at another country and say like, well, we don't need to do nothing about that. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like, it has to be, what's the word? It has to be, it has to be connected, it has to be even, it has to be fair. It has to be fair, right? Yeah. So we're seeing all these newspaper readers, Germany giving this back, Belgium giving this back. Who's going to be the people who give back the most? It's the people who are in power now, right?
Facts.
Even like, for example, like you said, like you mentioned, the natives getting their land given away. Yep. You're gonna have to give them their land back. You can give Israel. You can make Israel. You see what I'm saying?
They want to enter that one there, B.
But I'm just saying that they created a state and then they gave a certain people land.
Yeah.
Right.
So it can be done.
Coronavirus. Everyone was out of work. You gave them money. You said, we'll pay for your money for the next however long. Things can be done. Right? Yeah. Giving back artifacts and all of that. Okay, so now let's have a fair system where we can even understand, all right, for example, I feel myself unfair. If I was in charge of, say, the Black Reparations group, and the system came to me and said, look, if we give back everything, we're going to be bankrupt. Yeah. And then we won't be able to have these other schools. Like,
of course, though.
Let's negotiate. I would negotiate. No, I want everything. I don't care if it's bankrupt. You get what I'm trying to say?
No, you're right.
I would negotiate.
Because we're here now.
And if you say, we'll give you your land, we'll let you do independent, we'll even give you funding for 20 years, whatever, you can negotiate these things, right?
Yeah.
the fact of the no negotiations, even the reparations seems like it's on their terms.
Mm-hmm. But
it's outrageous.
even the whole reparations march seemed like it's on their terms.
Outrageous. Who was blocking off the roads?
The feds. And
I think they were feds.
Yeah, man.
Because they were all masked up. Not to make it about colour, but every single person on the barricades was white.
Yeah, bruh.
They weren't even.
But I walked front line and I said, I saw 5-6 white people holding reparations rebellion posters. I said
they had their bellies like this. They had their bellies like
black
this.
People holding it.
And they were like that.
Yeah, bro.
And it's not a colour thing, but you're telling me from all those black people, there's not one black security guard.
I'm telling you.
I know so many people with their CS guard.
So do I.
There's not one person on that barricade who was black. All of them.
I know.
That side there, the McDonald's side there, that side there, the people on the wooden log things at the top, they were all white.
Bro, even to the amount of space you had there to maneuver, it was like, it was just boxed off.
Imagine like a helicopter looking down.
Come on.
Imagine a helicopter looking down.
Come on.
Right? The helicopter looking down, you're going to see like a square, Windrush Square, group of white people in the front, and then like a white line like around them. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, even the optics, where we don't see, we're ground level, we can only see ground level. You can't oversee and overstand what is actually going on. So we're still like ants.
Yeah, man.
Just being herded. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But yeah, yeah, man, that's Powers Talk, man. That's Powers Talk. Myself, 100 Eyes, and my Triller, Talent Mafio.
Yeah, man.
Big him up, big him up.